Virgo. This isn't just another video, this is a calling, a message your soul has been quietly waiting for. Have you been seeing repeating numbers like 1111, 222, 555? Have you been waking up from dreams that feel more real than reality? Or suddenly feeling emotional waves with no clear reason? You're not going crazy, you're awakening. From June 17th to 19th, the universe is unlocking something sacred. A cosmic key meant only for those who are ready. And Virgo, you've always been the seeker, the healer, the one who remembers even when the world forgets. This window isn't ordinary. It marks the end of a 33-year soul cycle and the beginning of a new divine timeline. One where your spiritual gifts awaken, your true path becomes clear, and your voice, long silenced, finally speaks with power. But here's the truth. If you ignore this moment, you may not get another chance for years, and deep down, you already know that. So don't doubt this. Don't scroll away. Your higher self brought you here for a reason. You're not behind. You're right on time. Comment: I accept the key, subscribe, if you're ready to unlock your highest Virgo timeline, because from this moment forward, everything changes. Virgo. The stars don't move randomly. Every planetary shift is a message, a whisper from the universe written in light. And right now, the cosmos is speaking directly to you. Between June 17th and 19th, a rare energetic doorway opens. And at the centre of this alignment, your ruler, Mercury. Mercury isn't just a fast-moving planet. It's the messenger of the divine, the one who travels between the realms of gods and mortals. It rules thought, communication, clarity, and truth. And for Virgo, Mercury is your lifeline. When Mercury speaks, your soul hears it. But this time, Mercury isn't alone. It's aligning with Saturn, the planet of karma and spiritual maturity, and Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusion, and divine vision. This is extremely rare and incredibly important. Let me break this down simply. When Mercury aligns with Saturn, it forces clarity. It says, here's your karmic truth. You can't avoid it anymore. It pushes you to take spiritual responsibility, not for others, but for your own evolution. When Mercury aligns with Neptune, it awakens the dreamer inside you, the part of you that remembers why you came here, the visions, the purpose, the gifts. But here's where it gets cosmic. These planets are forming a triangle of divine energy, a sacred communication between your logic, your karma, and your dreams. And Virgo, you're the only sign ruled by the messenger. That means you're receiving this message first. Now let's talk about the soul cycle. This alignment isn't just powerful, it's closing a loop that started over 3 decades ago. Back in the early 1990s, something shifted in your soul contract. You might not remember it consciously, but your spirit agreed to take on a role, to hold space, to clean up what others ignored, to carry emotional weight, not just yours, but collective wounds, to remain unseen while others took credit, attention, and light. This was not weakness. It was sacred work you were preparing. For what? For now. Between June 17th and 19th, that 33-year soul loop comes to a close. And what does that mean? It means the patterns you've repeated again and again, in relationships, careers, family cycles, the pain of being misunderstood, underestimated, and overused. It's finally ending, if and only if you're ready to step forward. You see, Virgo, your sign is not just about logic or perfection. You are the sacred architect of timelines, the quiet weaver of cosmic order, the healer who knows how to hold light and shadow at the same time. This moment is proof of that. You're being handed a key, a symbolic and spiritual one that unlocks a door only you can open. Behind it, answers, alignment, a timeline that honours who you really are. Not what others projected onto you, but let's be honest, this door doesn't open automatically. You must walk toward it. That means releasing the belief that pain is your purpose. That means letting go of being the fixer for everyone else. That means finally choosing you, because if you don't, this window will close, and the next opening won't come for years. And I know that sounds dramatic, but so is the truth. You didn't come here to play small. You came to restore the lost blueprint of order, to remember what others forgot, to awaken the timelines that heal not just you, but generations before and after you. That's why this moment matters. Mercury is delivering the message. Saturn is demanding your growth. Neptune is showing you the dream. And you, Virgo, you are the bridge between all three. So if you've been feeling it, that pressure in your chest, the vivid dreams, the pull to be alone, the strange signs and numbers, it's real, and it's right on time. Don't doubt what your soul already knows. This is your moment. This is your gate. And this is your chance to step into the future your past self only dreamed of. Let's walk through it together. Virgo. When divine timing approaches, the universe doesn't speak in loud declarations. It whispers. It sends signs, subtle, strange, and deeply personal. Between June 17th and 19th, these 5 divine signs may begin to appear in your life. Don't dismiss them. These are not coincidences. These are encoded messages along your soul path, placed there for this very moment. Let's begin. 1. The shadow returns. An old fear, habit, or pattern re-emerges, not to harm you, but to test you. Have you noticed something from your past creeping back in? A toxic thought, a behaviour you thought you had healed, a person, a situation, or even just a feeling. Anxiety, doubt, anger. It's not here to drag you backwards. It's showing up because it knows you're about to move forward. And before that happens, your soul wants one final confrontation with the part of you that once kept you stuck. The shadow doesn't return to punish you. It returns to free you. Watch how you respond. React with old energy, and you loop back. Respond with truth, and you break the cycle for good. 2. Random encounters that feel familiar. You meet someone, maybe in a store, on a walk or online, and something clicks. You don't know why, but it feels like you've met before. Virgo, these are soul echoes. People placed in your timeline not for chance, but for activation. Sometimes it's someone from the past reappearing. Sometimes it's a total stranger who says one sentence that changes everything. Trust your feelings in those moments. The familiarity is real, because your soul has walked with theirs before. Not every person is meant to stay. Some just appear to awaken something inside of you, to remind you that you're not alone on this path. 3. Physical tingles or buzzing. This is one of the clearest and most overlooked signs. You may feel tingling in your hands or fingers, buzzing at the back of your neck, pressure or vibration near your temples, sudden warmth in your heart or solar plexus. These aren't medical issues, they're energetic signals. Your body is upgrading. Your nervous system is receiving higher frequency energy from the divine timeline that's aligning for you, especially if these sensations happen during dreams, meditation, prayer, or silence. Take note, your guides are close. Your energy body is preparing to receive what your conscious mind doesn't yet understand. Don't be afraid of these feelings. They're not glitches, they're evidence that you're evolving in real time. 4. Unusual silence or isolation. Have you felt the urge to be alone lately? Or noticed people pulling away without reason? Maybe your phone is quieter. Or conversations feel hollow. This is not abandonment. It's divine protection. The universe is creating space around you. because something powerful is coming within you. Virgo, you can't hear your higher self in a crowd. You can't unlock sacred messages when you're surrounded by noise. That's why this silence feels different. It's not loneliness, it's soul preparation. Use this space. Turn inward. The message you're waiting for will rise in the quiet, not the chaos. 5. Recurring dream or symbol. Have you seen the same image, dream or symbol more than once lately? A child, a gate, a broken key, a door you can't open, a light you're chasing. These symbols aren't random. They are direct transmissions from your subconscious, or even from past lives. The child may represent your inner self, the one that never stopped believing. The gate symbolises the spiritual threshold you're about to cross. And the broken key, it's the truth. Only you can fix what unlocks your future. Don't just observe these dreams. Write them down, draw them, speak them aloud. The more attention you give them, the clearer their message becomes. Because your soul doesn't waste symbols, it hides truth in them. Virgo. These signs are not here to scare you, they're here to guide you. Some will be subtle, some will shake your entire foundation, but all of them carry the same message. You are being prepared. The gate is real. The timing is divine. And your readiness, that's what determines what happens next. So the next time something strange occurs, a flash of déjà vu, a quiet tear with no cause, a pull in your body or a name in your dream, don't dismiss it. Don't label it as just a coincidence. Nothing is random during a spiritual realignment. These signs are your trail markers. Follow them, honour them, and most of all, trust them. Because Virgo, when the universe speaks this loudly, it means something extraordinary is waiting just beyond the veil. Virgo, you weren't meant to be normal. You were never meant to blend in, follow the crowd, or chase surface-level success. You were designed to remember, to carry an ancient role that very few on this planet are even aware exists. You are what the ancients called a gatekeeper, not just of knowledge, but of timelines, karma, and sacred order. Let me explain. Every soul has a unique blueprint, but Virgo souls carry a specific code, one linked to divine structure. Where others see chaos, you feel compelled to organise. Where others avoid responsibility, you step up. And when others crumble from emotional weight, you carry it with silent strength. This isn't just personality, it's cosmic programming. In soul terms, Virgo is the archetype of the divine servant, but not in the way the world has misunderstood it. This isn't about servitude to others, this is about service to order, healing, and truth. You were chosen to walk into broken systems, in families, communities, even generational bloodlines, and restore what's been forgotten. Not through power, but through sacred alignment. Think about your life. How many times have you been the one to see the problem no one else sees? Speak truth even when it made others uncomfortable? Stay up at night wondering how to fix something that isn't even yours to fix? It's exhausting, isn't it? But here's the truth. It's not a flaw. It's your assignment. Your soul carries the blueprint to rebuild what is broken. In relationships, in structures, and in timelines. That's why you've felt pressure your entire life. Why you've often felt different. Why people lean on you even when you're tired. Why you crave peace but are constantly sent into storms. Because Virgo, you are the one who knows how to bring order to disorder. But it goes deeper. Your role is also karmic. In past lives, many Virgo souls were monks, herbalists, astronomers, temple record keepers, spiritual advisors to royalty, quiet prophets hidden in plain sight. You weren't the loud one. You were the one behind the veil, the one preserving divine truth when the world lost it. And now, in this lifetime, you've returned, not to repeat the past, but to activate the prophecy of the divine servant. What is the prophecy? It's the idea that in a time of global transition, a soul carrying the Virgo Gatekeeper code would awaken. They would feel called to speak light into darkness, end ancestral cycles, guide others through the collapse of old systems, not with fear, but with quiet precision. You see, the Virgo archetype is not chaotic. It's sacred geometry. It's structure, flow, alignment. The divine servant doesn't serve people. They serve the mission, to bring balance back to the earth when chaos has ruled for too long. And that time, Virgo, is now. Look around. We're in a moment of massive collective shift. Old truths are crumbling. False power structures are breaking. And you're being activated to step forward. You're not meant to save everyone. You're meant to stand in your frequency so clearly that others remember how to find theirs. That's why you're so sensitive. That's why energy affects you more than most. That's why you've been pulled toward healing, herbs, psychology, astrology, or spiritual practices. Your soul remembers. And this June, you're being called back into your true spiritual timeline. So, what happens when a Virgo awakens? Everything shifts. You stop chasing external validation. You stop fixing others to feel worthy. You stop betraying yourself to be accepted. And instead, you begin restoring your temple. Your thoughts become clean. Your routines become rituals. Your words become healing. And your presence becomes magnetic. Because when Virgo returns to alignment, they don't just heal themselves. They heal everyone who crosses their path. So if you felt like something ancient is waking up inside of you, like you can't pretend anymore, like your old life just doesn't fit, you're not breaking down, you're breaking through, and you don't need to explain it to anyone. This isn't their prophecy, it's yours. You were never meant to be loud. You were meant to be precise. You were never meant to follow. You were meant to remember. And now that the gates are opening, the only question is, will you walk through? Virgo, this isn't about doing more. It's about being more present, more intentional, more aligned. From June 17th to 19th, the universe is offering you a spiritual portal. But this isn't something you achieve, it's something you receive. You don't need to force anything. You only need to be open, present, and ready. Let's walk through the 3 sacred days. Each one holds a specific vibration, a divine purpose. June 17th, cut the past. Theme, release, cleanse, make space. This is the day to let go, truly let go of who you're not. Take a moment of silence, light a candle, take a piece of paper and write down everything that no longer belongs to you. Old identities, the people pleaser, the overgiver, the perfectionist, fears that keep you small, wounds you carry from childhood, past relationships or failures, regrets you replay in your mind. Don't rush this. Let it pour out. Then, safely, burn that paper. Watch the smoke rise. Imagine it taking all that energy back into the cosmos for good. You're not just releasing memories. You're ending contracts that no longer serve you. Say this aloud if it feels right. I release who I was told to be. I return to who I truly am. Because Virgo, the past cannot follow you where you're going. June 18th. Speak your truth theme, identity, reclamation, inner power. This is the day to remember yourself, to speak directly to your soul. Stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes, not just with your physical eyes, but with your spirit, and say, slowly and clearly, I unlock what has been hidden. I remember who I am. Say it again and again, until you believe it. Because Virgo, your truth has been buried under years of doubt, duty, and silence, but it's still there, waiting, ready to rise. This ritual isn't about ego, it's about realignment. This is the moment your soul hears your voice again, the one that hasn't spoken in lifetimes, the one that whispers, welcome back. Write down anything that rises, feelings, images, old memories. They may hold messages for you, and if tears come, let them. They are proof that your soul is listening. June 19th, receive the key theme. Awakening, activation, timeline alignment. This is the most sacred day of the 3. It's the moment of reception. Wake up early, before the world gets loud. Find a quiet place, outdoors if you can, and sit with the rising sun. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and visualize a glowing door in front of you. Maybe it's made of gold, maybe it's ancient wood. Whatever you see, trust it now. Slowly walk toward it in your mind and open it. Let the light pour through you. See it entering your chest, your throat, your eyes, your entire energy field. This is your spiritual unlocking. There's no need to force visuals or words. Just be present, be available. And if nothing seems to happen, that's okay. Sometimes the most powerful activations are silent, subtle, but they change everything. When you're done, whisper this: I accept the key. I walk the timeline of my highest truth. Bonus actions. During these 3 days, drink only clear water as much as possible. You're cleansing energetically. Limit distractions, social media, gossip, noise. This is a sacred space. Sleep with a journal nearby. Your dreams may speak clearly these nights. Be barefoot in nature if you can. The earth wants to ground you. Play calming music or chants. Let sound be your spiritual support. Virgo. These rituals may seem simple, but their power is in your presence. You are not calling something in. You're aligning with what's already waiting for you. The soul path, the new timeline, the forgotten gifts. They're already coded in your energy. This is about opening the lock, and these 3 days are the combination. So don't rush, don't doubt, and above all, don't ignore the call. June 17th, June 18th, June 19th, 3 days, 3 keys, 1 destiny. Will you open the door? Virgo. Once you answer the call, once you walk through that door, everything changes, and not in a dramatic, chaotic way. No loud explosions, no overnight transformations, but something inside you shifts so deeply, so clearly, that life will never feel the same again. 1. Soul clarity arrives. First, the fog lifts, that dull background confusion, the what am I doing with my life and feeling? It fades. You'll start waking up with a sense of knowing, not always about what's coming, but about what's real, about what's true for you. You'll stop second-guessing every decision. You'll stop asking for permission to follow your intuition, and you'll begin to feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Peace. Not because everything outside you is perfect, but because the war inside you finally ends. That war between what you feel and what the world tells you. That constant pulling between duty and desire. It ends because you'll finally hear your own voice again, and you'll trust it. 2. The return of an old dream. Next, something forgotten returns. A passion, a purpose, a version of yourself you buried to survive. It could be a creative gift you gave up years ago, a calling to help, teach, or heal. A vision that made no sense back then, but now feels obvious. This isn't random. When you realign with your soul, your old dreams find their way back to you. But this time, they come with power. You'll notice opportunities opening. People will appear who support your vision. Doors that were closed before, quietly open. Because now, you're ready to receive what you once only dreamed of. It's not about chasing anymore. It's about becoming. 3. You become a guide to others, a quiet leader. Here's what no one tells you about spiritual activation. It's not just for you. It's for everyone you're meant to help afterward. Once you cross through that soul gate, your energy changes. You walk differently. You speak from your truth, and people feel it. You won't have to shout to be seen anymore. You won't have to explain yourself endlessly. Your presence will do the work. Your stillness will be louder than noise. Your alignment will inspire those still searching for theirs. You'll become what we call a quiet leader, not a preacher, not a performer, but someone others feel safe around, someone whose light says, "I've been through the dark too, you're not alone." And some of the people who once misunderstood you may return, not to take, but to thank you, because your journey gave them permission to begin theirs. So what really unlocks? You begin living by intention, not impulse. You feel more connected to your body, spirit, and purpose. You say no without guilt and yes without fear. You trust divine timing. Even when things are unclear, you stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You begin building the life that was meant for you, not the one you settled for. You'll feel guided. Synchronicities will increase. You'll start noticing how time bends around your energy, how what you need shows up right on time, not because you're lucky, but because you're finally aligned. And Virgo, this is what you came for. The glow in your eyes. After June 19th, you may notice something in your reflection. A glow, a softness, a fire. It's not about appearance, it's a spiritual signature. The sign that you've remembered. People may comment, "You seem different. You're glowing. You look so calm." They won't know what changed, but they'll feel it. And more importantly, you'll feel it. The pressure to prove, perform, or perfect will ease, because now you know who you are, and nothing is more magnetic than someone who has claimed their soul truth. Final thought. Answering this call doesn't mean life becomes perfect. It means it becomes real, honest, aligned, sacred. You'll still face challenges, but you'll meet them with strength instead of fear. You'll still be tested, but you'll pass with grace, not force, because now you walk with your soul fully online, and once that light switches on, it never dims again. Virgo, you didn't just unlock a moment, you unlocked yourself, and from this point forward, you walk the world as someone who remembers, and the world will feel it, because the universe doesn't need more noise, it needs more aligned souls, and now you are one of them, Virgo. You've waited lifetimes for this, not just months, not just years, lifetimes. All the pain, all the silence, all the moments you were misunderstood, overlooked or dismissed. They weren't punishment, they were preparation. You were never broken. You were being shaped, polished like a hidden gem, so that when this gate finally opened, you would recognize it and walk through it ready. And now, that moment is here. Between June 17th and 19th, the cosmic gate unlocks. And the key, it's been inside you the whole time. Your soul knew this was coming. That's why you felt restless. Why the world suddenly felt too loud, too fast, too fake. Because something real was approaching. And now it's right in front of you. You don't need to earn it. You only need to choose it. The future you've sensed in dreams. The vision that kept whispering through the chaos. It's not fantasy. It's your next chapter. And it begins now. So pause. Feel the energy in your chest. That pull, that warmth. That's your soul remembering. You are not lost. You are being led. And you are not alone. There are others like you. Other Virgos awakening to their role, stepping out of the old and into the truth. And together, you'll reshape timelines, heal generations, and bring sacred order back to a chaotic world, because that's what you came here to do. Comment. I walk through the divine gate, like if this spoke to your spirit. Subscribe for more soul prophecies. Share this with another Virgo. They may be feeling it too. This is your time. This is your key. This is your gate. And Virgo, it's finally open.